Hi there! Here we are with part 3 of the Univox Uni-Fuzz repair. I've soldered in the new relay onto the PC board, replaced the PC board on the back of the chassis, bolted the transformer back in, and let's see if this baby works. Before, the pedal would work with the fuzz tone, and then when you press this button here, the foot switch, to bypass the pedal, this has actually true bypass. The contacts in the old relay were so corroded that none of the guitar signal would get through. So, let's see what happens. We'll turn this on here. And you've got fuzz tone. Let's see what happens. And we have clear tone. Pickups there. Now you hear that fade in and out a little bit. It's very interesting. The coil for this is actually got about 420 ohms. The old relay had about 260 ohms. I measured it. And they work off this first. There's a resistor between these two filter caps. So this is the raw, which is about 14 volts, and this is the 9 volts for the pedal. When you push the bypass, you turn on the coil, and that drops the voltage. The coil draws so much voltage, so many milliamps, that it drops the voltage. It was dropping the voltage down to about 6 volts with the old coil. Now I think it's dropping it probably down to about 7. And when you release the coil, you hear that little dip and then come back, and that's as the voltage comes back up in the on this side of the power supply that feeds the rest of the pedal. It's kind of interesting. I think they could have done a little better at that. Maybe bigger caps or something. Of course, there's no fade out with the clear signal because it's just a bypass. Interesting. Customer wanted to keep this as original as possible, so I've done nothing about this ground bus. You could hear some buzzing in there. Nothing about maybe putting bigger caps on the filter. These filter caps are good though. The ESR is still very low. So the buzzing is, I've consulted with some other people and they say the buzzing is due to this ground bus instead of using a proper star ground. Now, that's a design issue with Univox. Leave it as original as possible. I just leave that alone. Okay, and there you go. A new modern relay and a vintage pedal. Thanks for watching.